Welcome back. My name is Tom Storey with the Storey team and Royal LePage Signature Realty, and this is my 2018 market prediction video. Now, before we take a step forward, let's take a step back and look at what actually happened in 2017, because it is a year that will probably be researched 10, 15 years from now to figure out what actually happened and why the government intervened. If you look back at the beginning of the year, the average price point in January was $770,000. By the time we got to April, just 4 months later, it was at $920,000. That was almost a 30% increase in a 4-month period across the board. And everyone took notice, specifically the government. So the Ontario government and Kathleen Wynne introduced their Fair Housing Act on April 20th, 2017. And it was a 16-point plan, but the main two changes were there was going to be a foreign buyer tax, a 15% tax on foreign buyers, and the second was rent control. Now, we saw immediately after this announcement was made, the market cooled down, inventory levels went up, and from about April until about August, prices went down every single month. Now, our market bottomed out in August, and since August, it's been trending back upwards. Now, if you look at every single individual asset class, it was a really interesting year. Detached homes were basically level. They were slightly down at the end of the year. Semi-detached, same idea. Level, maybe slightly up 1 or 2%. But then you look at townhouses, from January until December, they were up almost 10%. And then you look at condos, because they were the segment of the market that was never really affected. They're going to end off the year up about 16%. And at the end of the day, it comes down to affordability levels, and your average buyer in the Toronto market is 32 years old. And odds are what they can afford is a condo or a townhouse, with the price gap being so large. So that's your quick glimpse of what actually happened in 2017. Now let's look forward to 2018, because 2017 is in the past. We're moving forward. What's actually going to happen in our market this year? Well, we're going to start the year, and what we're really going to have to focus on is the new mortgage regulations. Because if you watched any news channel at all, you know these new mortgage regulations are coming into place. I want to make them a little bit more clear for you. Now, these are only going to affect you if you're a current buyer putting down more than 20%, you're taking an uninsured mortgage, you're taking a 5-year fixed-term mortgage, and the amortization period is 25 years. If you're taking a variable, you are already being stressed at these higher levels. So what I would recommend is talk to your mortgage broker and see how this is actually going to affect you moving forward, because if you are in the category, it could pull down your purchasing power close to almost 18 to 20%. So it might make a difference for some people. Now, I think this is actually going to affect the top end of the market more. Reason being is that if you're buying anything over $1 million and you're getting a mortgage on it, you have to put down 20%. Anyways, I think the demand for the lower end price points like condos and townhomes is still too strong that I don't think this new mortgage regulations is going to have too much of a change. I think it might be a little hurdle at the beginning of the year to see how things move forward after that, but I would keep a close eye on how that's going to affect the market in general. Now, the second thing to watch for 2018 is inventory levels. So we are entering the year at about 2.5 months of inventory, which is still a pretty good seller's market. Now, again, it's pocket by pocket. If you look at a downtown condo, your months of inventory is 1.5. That's an extreme seller's market. If you go to areas like Durham, they're up at 8 to 10 months of inventory, and that's an extreme buyer's market. So it's pocket by pocket for what's going to happen in 2018. So keep a close eye on what's happening in your neighborhood if you are considering selling. What I would expect in 2018 is we're going to see modest growth for semi-detached homes and detached homes, but in the condo and townhome segment of the market, we're going to see pretty quick growth again. Now, it might not be as high as it was in 2017. We were closer to 16%, but I think the demand is still extremely strong. And then there's the 3 base fundamentals that we have to watch, okay? The first is going to be immigration coming into Canada. There are a ton of people coming into Canada. They've actually upped it from 250,000 to 300,000 in 2018. So that's something, a lot of these people are coming into the urban centers like Toronto, like Vancouver. So more people coming in creates more demand. Number 2 is the mortgage rates. Even though the bump in the rate has gone slightly up, historically we are still extremely low. And number 3 to watch is unemployment. In Toronto specifically, our unemployment rate is 5.9%, which is a historic low. So the base fundamentals of a real estate market to be solid are in place moving forward. I think 2018 is going to be a very good year for real estate if you own real estate, if you're an investor or just a homeowner. I don't think it's going to be anything crazy like the beginning of 2017, but I think it's going to be a year that's going to be modest growth, and it will be great for any investor or homeowner. If you have any questions about my 2018 market recap, you can reach us online at storyteam.ca or give me a call or text directly. Talk to you soon.